Leader, would it be accurate to say that this bill was a PBM bill that now has language that gives authority and changes vaccination policy to the state of Illinois from HHS?
Unfortunately, no. This bill was designed initially, one of the goals that I had when I started working on this legislation was really focused around the IDPH vaccination approvals. The pharmacy benefit manager language did come later, and unfortunately, given the veto situation, we did conflate them into the two bills, but the PBM cleanup was not part of my original intent. It was the reverse.
So who has authority now in Illinois on vaccination policy and procedures?
Well, medical professionals have a variety of different mechanisms to decide what vaccines are approved and how to manage that for their patients. Most of that today comes directly from the FDA. As you know, Doctor, we have both a federal FDA, but there also is a World Health Organization, which has similar functions with regards to vaccine approvals. Over the last couple of months, the Illinois Department of Public Health has really deployed our really impressive Illinois vaccine, forgive me for the exact language, the Immunization Advisory Committee that is staffed with some of our best doctors in the country and the state to be able to look at some of these immunizations for vaccine access. So it is already a process where IDPH is involved, but this creates another mechanism in the event that FDA, for instance, stops approving vaccines.
It's always hard for me to follow you, but what I think I heard is that if you don't like HHS recommendations or Secretary Kennedy's recommendations, we're going to go to IDPH and eventually go to WHO?
No, so the process in statute has two mechanisms for IDPH to consider recommending vaccine approvals in Illinois. One is FDA approval, which, as you know, really handles the vast majority, at least to date, vast majority of vaccines and other medications. It also allows for WHO approval to be the basis for the recommendation instead.
To the bill. Look, we had a PBM bill that we all supported. I know we had subject matter hearings, we had committee hearings, we were all on board, both sides. And now we have a bill that is obvious to me to be a Trump derangement syndrome bill, all right? We are pro-vaccination, but this bill makes sure that we can't vote for it because we have a bill that's signaling to their base how much they're battling the evil Trump administration. The only thing that they can point to is a recommendation, just a recommendation from HHS that says that the COVID vaccination is recommended, instead of being recommended for school-age kids and pregnant ladies, it's now consult your healthcare professional. Oh, the horror. We went from IDPH mandating COVID vaccinations, taking away people's jobs, their livelihoods, their business, their schooling. They couldn't travel. Businesses were shut down. OSHA tried to mandate that 80 million Americans got a vaccination. This was authoritarian. This was coercive. This was coercive compliance, and you were punished if you didn't comply. And now we have recommendations that they can't stand enough that they have to take control of vaccination policy in Illinois. And we're going to put it in the hands of IDPH, who covered themselves in glory during COVID. And get this, if not IDPH, WHO, communist China-controlled WHO, is going to make vaccination policy or approve of vaccinations for Illinois. The majority is going to pass this bill because they want to show how much they hate Trump, and we're not going to vote for it. Vote no. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.